waiting for Toby as usual. I don't know where he is. But before you do anything, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it with your family and friends and support the channel. But yeah, let's get on with it. Transfer window is closed. We've had 4 games into the season. Because obviously, Luther, you got an early start. I want to start with you and Arsenal. So, is it 9 points from 4?
Yeah, so it seems, 9 points, three victories and 1 loss, isn't it, against Liverpool?
What do you make of your opening start so far?
Not complaining, mate. Not complaining whatsoever. Obviously, I still have my little doubts. I'm not too convinced on the Arteta system as of yet. But we're getting a win, so can't complain.
Well, and Ems,
yes, mate.
we already had this discussion the other day, but 3 points from 9.
Mate, it should really be 0 points. It should be 0 points from 9, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. We got our Joe against Brighton. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so what's my view on the last 3 games we played? Yeah.
Yeah. How we started it. What do you make of the?
One word: carnage, bro. Carnage. Yeah. Carnage, bro. Mate, I'm not even trying to be funny, but mate, it's carnage, bro. Like for me, I just don't see any good light at the end of the tunnel. Like I just don't see anything. I just feel like this season could be worse than last season. Last season, the storm was dark.
Yeah.
I didn't, and 66 points this season will not be enough for flipping 8th, let alone 3rd. So we need to get some. We need to get some wins.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, so we've done our transfer business. Everybody, the transfer window is closed. Arsenal, you brought in the most notable signings, anyways. Willian, is it Pablo Mari, Gabriel?
Yeah.
Secured Ceballos on the loan for another season, and then obviously on deadline day, you brought in Thomas Partey. So do you think Arsenal have?
And don't forget the right back. Don't forget the right back.
What's his name?
Cedric.
Sorry.
Yeah. So what do you think you've conducted great business this window?
I wouldn't say great business. We've done enough to satisfy the fans again, and I feel like we've done this every season. But when you look at I'm not saying the grand scheme of things, but when you actually look at what we need to improve on, have we actually improved the squad? My answer is still no. Of course, Partey, I have not seen anything of him, so I'm not gonna, sit here and be like, oh my god, that's the coup of the summer and so on. Yeah, but for me, it's like, it's a good addition to what I've heard. However, there's still so many players that need to leave, and I'm still gutted by the fact that we let go Torreira and Guendouzi to accommodate that one signing that was, supposed to be our best signing of the summer that we've been linked to all through summer. We waited till the last half an hour to lodge in a bid. I'm just quite gutted that it's come at the expense of 2 great midfielders that have been great pretty much all of last season. And then obviously Arteta's come in and he's had his own ideas, and unfortunately they've not featured as much as they should.
But your fans are
gassing. Sorry?
A lot of your fans are gassing about your transfer window, about you've addressed the
I personally don't think is as good as to what people may claim. Because like I said, to think our midfield now, possibly could be Ceballos, Xhaka, and Partey. Would that go up against Liverpool's midfield? No. Would it go up against Man City's midfield? No. Would it go up against Chelsea's midfield? Maybe on a good day if they're playing bad against Man United's midfield. Even then, maybe on a good day if you lot are playing crap. And this is the thing, we tend to play well against big teams when they're having a bad day. So with the signings that we've got, have they improved us enough to go head for head, like toe to toe, with bigger teams? I personally don't think so.
But Ems, you said that you can see some things happening with Arsenal though in the group chat. Do you think their transfers?
I think what Arteta's trying to do I can see where he's going. Like this, like I don't think Guendouzi is a great player. Sorry, I was very shocked you said that. Who's the other one? Sorry, Torreira. I can't remember last time he kicked the football. To be honest, so
yeah.
I think that's.
But you're a United fan. You're not going to be watching Arsenal the way I'd watch Arsenal in comparison to you guys. You know what I mean? So
no. You're right. You're entitled to your opinion, but I'm just saying for what I've seen. But I think Partey will be. I'm not saying that because I'm a Ghanaian and all, but Partey would be a good signing to you. No, I hope so, man.
I hope so.
No, because I was upset because I wanted Partey in Man United's midfield, but obviously a couple people in the group chat, I think she in particular was saying you don't see the big deal into what but I don't know, innit? Because for me, I would have said, if we got Partey, I would have said we got rid of Matic and Fred, and then brought Partey in because Partey got legs, innit? He's got energy. But I'm impressed with Arsenal's transfer window, like including you got Aubameyang to a new deal, you got Willian, so that kind of counts in terms of transfer business. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think there's
but they're old timers now. They're old timers, especially Willian. I don't see Willian coming in, especially the last that he started every game. He's not really shown me anything that's like, wow, cool. Like we're now about it. You know what I mean? Definitely top four. I don't really get. No, I don't get that energy from the transfer business that we've done personally.
But a lot of your fans were saying that you needed a winger, like a winger, to be signed in this window, and you've got maybe a seasoned professional.
Yeah, maybe someone like. Don't get me wrong, Willian is a great signing for what was available, and to get him on the free, to get that kind of quality and experience on the free, 100%. Hands down, if I was in the position to get him, I would as well. However, is that the signing that's gonna take us to the next step? No. Is there anyone that we bought this year so far in this transfer window that's gonna take us to the next step? In my opinion, I don't think so. Yes, they may improve us that little bit, but I wouldn't then go as far as saying with guaranteed top four. If we go against Man City, we go against Liverpool, we go against the big teams, we're now a problem. I can't say that.
Okay, I was gonna ask the question. Sorry,
you go on.
What's your expectation of where you want Arsenal to finish? What's in your opinion? What's the aim for you?
You know what? To be completely honest with you, right now, just like last season when it was Emery's last year, or what ended up being Emery's last year, my expectation is 0. Like whatever this team does, it is what it is. I just hope it's better than the season before. Obviously, we've set the bar very low from last season, finishing 8th. So as long as we finish above 8th, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not even going to try to say Champions League, Europa, top 4, top 6, challenging. I don't want to say anything outrageous here. As long as we are better than last season, I'm good.
A few of quite a lot of your Arsenal fans think you guys have turned the corner and think you're going to make the top 4.
I don't see it.
Me personally, I don't see it either, to be honest.
No, I don't see it. In contrary to what Ems was saying, no, I do hold Guendouzi and Torreira highly in comparison, especially to El Neni, Xhaka, Maitland-Niles, Willock. Like, we've got players in this team that are, I'm not going to go as far as saying robbing the living, but they've been given a golden ticket. You know, to think El Neni, he didn't even do anything last season on loan. For the fact that he's playing in front of Ozil, Ceballos, and all these names that I mentioned before, he's been given a golden ticket. So it's just one of those things I just feel like I don't see this vision to what Ems was saying before, to where Arsenal want to be. I personally don't see it with how they've conducted themselves, especially now. I've just found out today that Ozil's not going to be in the Europa League squad. So it's just like, what are we looking to do? If you don't want him to play, then get rid of him, terminate his contract. Like, take the L, sell him, and then keep it moving. But for the fact that you're keeping him on the books, paying him $350, you're not playing him, you're not including him in the Europa League, I don't see what kind of mentality or what vision.
That's a political one, though, isn't it? That's a political.
I don't know why, though. I don't know why. That's
because of what he said about. I think was it something to do with China or something like that?
I doubt it. I personally doubt it, because I feel like if it's that deep, then sell him, terminate his contract, buy him out, take the L, buy him out. But if you're still keeping him on the books, something must be going on behind the scenes that we obviously don't know for him to still be an Arsenal player.
Mad thing. Moving on to Man United, though. Our transfer window. I mean, there's been a lot made. about our transfer window this season. Your
You
thoughts
guys
on
don't forget that you bought Van de Beek, bro. That's how crazy your transfer window has been. It's like I completely forgot you even bought him. The way you guys go like you bought no one.
I'm going to add my 2 pence, but I want you because you wasn't happy in the group chat about our transfer.
Right, listen, my thing's this year. If we wanted Cavani, right? Yeah, Cavani, like, cool. If you wanted Cavani, we should have got him weeks ago. Why are we waiting until the last minute to buy Cavani? I don't get
apparently,
that.
According to reports, he was in talks with Atletico and Benfica were going to offer him a contract. According to reports.
See what I'm saying? That's just.
I don't know.
And then we spent, was it 18 or 20 something on some guy from Atlanta? Who is that, please? Who is that?
Traore, the young kid, the winger.
Who is that? Yeah, who is that? No, I'm not even trying to be. He might turn out to be a good player, but who is he? Like, I don't know him. Like, we're linked to Jadon Sancho the whole summer, and we're going to buy someone from Italy. Who's that?
I don't know, but I mean, maybe
is that the guy that's coming in next season?
In January.
He's coming in January.
Yeah, in January. That's the one. Sorry, yeah, January.
Yeah. And then we got some, from Uruguay. Who is that?
Palestri. Yeah, we got Palestri.
What do you know about him? Tell me.
Me.
Do you know anything about him? Anything apart from his age and country? What else do you know? Please enlighten me.
He's a young prospect he's a young prospect from Uruguay. But apparently Andy Mitten, who works for United We Stand, said he gave Diego Forlan a call.
Forlan, cool.
Yeah, and he said, is he the real deal? And I mean, apparently Diego Forlan said, yeah, he's a hot prospect. So I mean.
Yeah, but you can't go off Diego Forlan's word. You know what I mean?
To be fair, yeah. Was it Ryan Giggs gave Solskjaer the recommendation for Daniel James, and look how that turned out. So I mean,
mate, and of course he's going to do it as well, should
he? Yeah,
exactly. Let me tell you something. Yeah, everyone was talking last season, whatever, was talking about Solskjaer's 4 signings. Yeah, right. When you deep it now, when you look back, we look now. Yeah. Out of them players he signed, or allegedly signed, I don't know whichever one to put it, yeah. Which one of these players have improved under Solskjaer? Please tell me. Wan-Bissaka's still doing the same stuff he was doing at Palace, at Man United. Man can't cross, yeah? Man's still cutting grass. Always these last-ditch tackles, yeah? No, it's true, though. I always think, yeah, if you're a great defender, you read it before you do them slide tackles. That means he doesn't read it too late. That's why he does them grass cutting tackles, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Even against who did we play last? Tottenham. He was cutting grass in the box. And then Pogba gave away the penalty. You saw that? Yeah. Go on. Maguire.
Yeah, don't even get me started about him, man. But yeah, go on.
We'll be here for 5 hours if I talk about that guy. But let me just say it short and sweet. Harry Maguire has not improved one bit since he's been at Man United. Even for him to have the audacity to be our captain is an insult to me, bro. What's he done to deserve that armband? Yeah. Man, like, there's 3 situations I've seen, yeah. The first one, the piggy bank against Wan-Bissaka against Southampton, yeah. That was a joke, yeah. Piggy bank, bro. Why is he doing that? The second one against Chelsea, Bailly's in control. Man, he's jumping over Bailly to win the header. What for? Then Bailly gets a head injury. Yeah, you remember that one. And then the last one, and I said it in the last podcast. Man's doing the Irish whip like it's wrestling on Luke Shaw. Like, what's all that about? What's all that? If you want to do WWE, bro, go to America and go apply for it. Like, I'm done with him. I'm not backing him. My mind will never change. We should never have signed him. And you know what I'm telling you? I'm letting you know for free, yeah. Leicester thought, let's put a dumb price on Harry Maguire. People thought no one was going to pay it. They put 80 million, and they thought, right, yeah, Man United won't pay it. And then what do? We go and pay it.
Yeah.
Now, so now, as much as whatever player Man United goes for, the tax always goes up anyway. But now that they've seen Man United pay that stupid price, the money goes up even more. So I'm fuming. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to bring it to you, Lifa, because you're an outsider looking in. Okay, so so I'm not happy about the way we approached the transfer window because it didn't look like we had a proper plan because we dragged out the Sancho deal. Cavani was, 3 of our signings were on deadline day. Palestri, 4 of them. Palestri, Traore, who's the other guy? Tellers, yeah, and Cavani. Now, looking at the squad itself now, right? Obviously, the transfer window is closed.
Mm.
I feel that we have the ingredients in the team to actually be much better than we were last season.
Mm.
Do you think the signings that we've made can improve us?
I think you'd like to think so. You'd like to think so, but I think you man touch it on the head. Like, you know, coaching is very important for United, and you guys haven't had a good coach since Fergie left.
Uh-huh.
And obviously, Louis van Gaal was like the last one that was able to get you guys to play some sort of football. But obviously, he was a bit of a madman, so it was never going to really work because he never fitted the philosophy of being that type of manager for United, because the results unfortunately didn't follow as much as you guys would have liked, and especially where he came in so soon after Fergie. Let's say if he came in now, he would have looked a much better manager now, seeing everything that has failed, seeing how everyone has failed after Fergie. But with that said, I just don't think Oli understands what he needs to do. It was a curse for him to come to United in the first place and have you guys go on that crazy run as you did, the PSG win, and then you guys went on like a 20-game unbeaten spree. And you know, like Rio Ferdinand, he was all rubbing his hands. Yeah, he's the man, he's the man. And obviously, you know, like Em said, like he's not improved anyone. You know, you look at people that I hold high regard, you know, people like Martial, people like Rashford. You know, I think these players are, you know, or can be amazing players. And unfortunately, they've not even scraped the barrel of their potential. And obviously, now that you've now you've made these signings, like who are half the people? Apart from Tellez, maybe, you know, some people may know about him, but even still, no one can really sit down and be like, he is a great left back, he does X, Y, Z. No one really knows much about him. He's come from the Portuguese league as well, which we kind of know is not the best league in the world. And then the rest of your signings, again, you know, no one really knows. So it's going to be a difficult one. I still feel like you guys have got enough quality to challenge top 4, or top 6 for that matter. But how comfortable you guys are going to do it, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure personally. As long as Ollie's your manager, I just can't see him.
That's the only problem for me, because I feel like we've got the personnel. Because I think Cavani, he will get us goals. People are saying it's another Falcao. In terms of how we approach the transfer, yes, it is another Falcao. But when we got Falcao, he was injured. Well, he was coming back from a serious knee injury, and he wasn't the same player. We saw that against Chelsea, and it took him to go back to Monaco to rediscover his form. I think Cavani will get us goals. He's a fit lad, and he bangs goals wherever he goes. Tells, it remains to be seen. Van der Beek, he's an accomplished midfielder. And I feel if we had the right coach, because this is going to be Solskjaer's test in the next, month or so, because we've got some tough fixtures. Newcastle away, PSG away, Chelsea away. We got you, man, at home. All in October. So I feel that basically we've got the players to improve, but I just don't think we've got the coach. But in terms of obviously over the transfer window, I mean, obviously the Sancho thing, that kind of it burns a lot of Man United fans. But you know, I was already resigned to not getting the guy, you know, due to the economic climate. So that's my opinion. But in terms of obviously the amount that I'm going to go to you, Ems, and I'm going to come back to you, Lou, about Arsenal. The amount that we spent, I think we were 16th in the table in terms of our net spend.
There's only 2 things, I think it is right now. One, the owners don't trust the guy with the money. We just don't have the money. Or no, it might be, because just think about it. The last 7 years, even though that's got nothing to do with Oli, most of it, we spent almost close to £1 billion. You know, that's serious. You know, when you spend close to £1 billion, you should be challenging for top 2, if not top. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's got to be one. And I don't know who's making the signing, but let's be honest. What does Solskjaer know about that guy in Uruguay and the other guy in Atlanta? Let's be honest here. Am I trying rubbish? I don't know. Am I saying the word that Italian team right? Is it Atlanta, whatever it's called? You know what I'm talking about?
Atalanta,
sorry, Atalanta. But like, what does he know about that? Sorry, no. All jokes aside, I'm not even trying to be funny, but What does Oli know about that? What's his name? Jare? What does he know about him?
It makes you ask the question. I mean, obviously, Oli would have put down his targets on paper to the board. And, you know, obviously the board I don't know what they've done. You know, obviously a lot of Man United fans are not happy about the amount that we spent. You know, I'm just going to take it with a pinch of salt in it. Like we've got the players now, and the players have to be coached. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of Arsenal, Luther, do you think your club invested well, or do you think they could have invested more into the squad in order to try and get Arsenal back to challenging for the top 6? Sorry, the top 4.
Listen, it is where it is. This is where we're at right now. So it is where it is. I'm not even going to take that as an insult because it's reality. I don't know. Like I said, you know, there's still a lot of players at Arsenal that have been given the golden ticket. And I feel like, of course, maybe we didn't have money to spend. You know, we've seemed to be that team over the last couple of years. But we still plow, you know, a 50 million plus signing somehow out of the water, whether it's through Klarna or we play in installments. You know, I don't really know what's going on, but we obviously have some money to spend, no matter, you know, in spite of what people kind of say otherwise. I don't think we've done that well in terms of the transfer market in regards to getting rid of players, because I still feel like every season is still, you know, 3-4 players that shouldn't be Arsenal players. They're not good enough to be Arsenal players. And if we shift them, you know, we'd be able to get some money from them to then invest back into the squad. You know, you look at Liverpool, you know, they sold the likes of, you know, Solanke, Brewster. You know, they got rid of a few players that didn't even make 10 Premier League starts, and yet they still amounted up to like 40 to 60 million out of these people. So why can't we do the same? And why aren't the, you know, directors, you know, we've got like 5 directors at Arsenal. Why aren't they looking at these things and be like, mate, what are Liverpool doing in order to then make money and profit from players, from fringe players? Why can't we do the same, you know? And unfortunately, it seems like we're just paying a lot of players, a lot of crap players in particular, just too good of money that no one else wants to spend. So we're stuck in this kind of conundrum of having players that we need to get rid of, but no one wants to buy because of their salaries. So to say we've done great business just because we bought in Partey, I personally don't see like much rationale behind it, or if it makes sense rather.
Right, a pessimistic Arsenal fan, where
hey, mate, because I've heard what people have said about Arsenal fans and what they're saying, and
welcome to the party.
I just can't see it, mate. I just can't see it. I personally can't see it. For as long as, like I said, you know, for as long as we have a lot of these deadwood players in our team, it's just going to be the same thing all over again. Like, Partey's not going to change the midfield. You know, unfortunately, he's got Xhaka playing around him. Xhaka's got at least 3 to 4 mistakes in the game. There's going to come a time where something's going to go wrong. David Luiz, we all know David Luiz is
susceptible to
he's Jekyll and Hyde, you know what I mean? And more times than none, he's Hyde. So something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. And you can't look at Partey to correct all these faults that are around the team. You know, Bellerin, he's not really consistent. You know, you got Aubameyang being played out on the left. And I feel like that's a position that really doesn't suit him if we haven't got players to feed the strikers or the forwards, you know, balls to go forward. Because the more he plays out on the left, the more he looks isolated. You look at Willian, Pepe, Laka, like, are they consistent? Not really. So again, I can't personally, you know, I might be sounding like a negative Arsenal fan, but I just like to stay as realistic and like as stress-free as possible. The less I say about them, I just hope that they can then, you know,
surprise you, spring a surprise.
Yeah, prove me wrong and keep me happy. So I'm just gonna stay as like realistic as possible. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, look at you, man. Because even this whole time, I've not even mentioned you guys lost to Tottenham. So for me, it's just like I know, like, and that's just reality, bro. That's how I like to keep it. I like to keep myself to myself. I want to bring no hype my way. If we win the league, I want to come back on this show and I want to get onto you guys. But until then, like, it is what it is. I'm just going to take each game at a time.
Fair enough. Now, out of the two, obviously, clubs, Man United and Arsenal, which signing do you think will have the most impact? Ems, I'm coming to you. I know you're not impressed with our signings, but you know.
Right. Well, so
Pellistri?
you want me to our signings and Arsenal? But so we do one separate with Man United and one with Arsenal.
Nah, it's both, because obviously Arsenal fans always like to compare, you know, transfers. I mean, so which signing out of the two clubs do you feel will have the most impact on their team?
It's actually scary. Look at this. I'm proper thinking hard, you know. But I don't sound biased. Maybe Partey might be a good signing. I'm sorry. I have no.
Nah, that's you being patriotic to your Ghanaian.
All right, cool. I'll take that to the side. All right. If Van der Beek can get into our team, then he has a chance. But it's where we put him, and I don't think Ollie's got
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Because even when you guys signed him, I was kind of like, good signing. I think he came a season too late, personally. But it's a good signing, but I just can't see him fitting into the United squad, especially when you look at the midfielders that you have at your disposal. You know, because ideally on paper, Van der Beek, Fernandes, and Pogba, you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys must be salivating, but there's no defense. There's no rear guard with that midfield. So someone has to be sacrificed. But it'll be interesting to see how Van der Beek does this season.
Well, I mean, from a personal point of view, we need to start having a conversation about either dropping Fernandes or Pogba. One of the two, for me, has to go. Like, they can't start, because obviously they're not really defensive-minded. And we've seen Pogba, you know, he's not defensive. I mean, you know, when Pogba plays in that defensive midfield role alongside Matic, teams are opening us up like it's the Red Sea. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
who put him there?
Open up the Red Sea. You know, teams are just driving through our midfield. You know,
but who put him there? Who's the coach that put him? Who put him there?
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the conversation needs to be had. That one of them needs to be dropped.
Listen. Yeah, that guy, our coach of Man United Football Club, don't have a clue what he's doing. Yeah, they can easily play in the same team together. It's just the system. The system is the problem. Why it's not working? It's the system. Yeah, he don't have a Scooby. Oh, sorry, I'm just negative.
No, it's cool. Going back to my question, I think that possibly could be Cavani that possibly has the most impact, or Gabriel.
It could be. Or who?
Or Gabriel. You're saying
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Mate, he's looking all right. I like him a lot. Especially where I feel like he's brought composure to the back four. You don't see him do anything silly. He likes to keep it simple. He then goes in hard. He reminds me of when Vermaelen first came. You know, in the sense that, you know, obviously left-footed and everything. Like, there's a lot of similarities in regards to that. But I like the way he's just come in, no nonsense, lump it forward. If there's nothing on, you know, keeps it simple. So I'd actually agree with you there, Shani. I think Gabriel can be a huge success for Arsenal, especially at his age. He's still very young, and he's got the Brazilians around him. I think he could be he can settle into the squad a lot sooner. I'll be looking, you know, towards Ceballos as well. Hopefully, if he gets more starts, more in that advanced role as a fill-in for Ozil, I reckon he could definitely be a great addition, and hopefully we can sign him on a permanent. If things end up turning well, especially where we can kind of run down his contract a little bit as well, so we could get a couple mil off. You know what I mean? We like to be in a deal. But yeah, I reckon those two for sure. I'm gonna hold on the party right now, because again, I've not seen anything of him. I've just seen YouTube clips, and YouTube can make anyone look good. So I'll hold on that. But for now, I'll go for Ceballos and Gabriel. For United, I think Van der Beek. I think he can do a lot for you guys, but like Em said, it's the system. If he gets to play in a system that allows him to kind of have like that Ramsey role, where he can, you know, go into the box, but at the same time still create and be kind of like a run-of-the-mill player in midfield, then I reckon you guys will see the best of Van der Beek for sure. You see the Ajax, especially the Ajax team that got into the semi-final. We'll definitely see that Van der Beek for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. And out of the whole Premier League, Who do you think had the best transfer window?
Everton.
Ems, I'll start with you, Ems.
I think it's out of Villa and Everton.
Yeah, for sure. I'll go with Everton, especially with how they're playing.
Villa and Everton.
Yeah. Villa or Everton.
For me, I'm gonna go with Liverpool or Spurs.
Who's Liverpool by? What,
Thiago and Diego Jota. So for me, I feel because they're the champions, they've strengthened. Like they've strengthened their team. Like, and they're gonna go again. Obviously, the 7-2 was an shambles.
Yeah.
It was an absolute.
That's a one-off.
But for
That's
me,
a one-off.
Like,
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like that game will give teams a lot of confidence, especially if Liverpool continues to play this high-line game. Because I feel like the difference between Villa and when we played them, we were very apprehensive playing them. We didn't want to get battered 4-2. Whereas Aston Villa, they got nothing to lose. They're not going to challenge. So why not? And look what happened. So I reckon it's going to be interesting to see how they get on. Especially, I think Thiago, as everyone knows, he's going to be a revelation. Like he can improve any squad in the world. I'm so jealous they got him. The only saving grace is the fact that they've got him this late because he is getting to 29. I think he's probably got like maybe 3 years in him. Well, praying he's got about 3 years in him anyway. But at the moment, like, yeah, I wouldn't go as far as saying that Liverpool have had a good transfer window, but for what you said, like you said, like they have improved somewhat. I think even if they bought no one, they would have still been challenging for the league again. I wouldn't even be surprised if they won it.
It's because they're coached well, innit? They're coached properly.
Yeah, look at the way you put it. But I like to say, due to what we're in, right, we're gonna see some freaky results.
Yeah, because for real. For as long as there's no fans in the pitch,
yeah. Fans play a massive part.
Yeah, and we're seeing it.
Because right now, you can go to any stadium because it's the same.
Yeah,
it's the same thing, isn't it?
We're kicking ball. We're kicking ball in the pitch.
Yeah, kicking ball in the park, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
So, Ems, who do you think has had the best transfer window then?
Like I said, I did say either Everton or Villa. Everton, yeah. I think the signings Villa will stay up now.
So for what? You don't think Tottenham? I mean, they signed Matt Doherty, Højbjerg, Reguilon, Bale, Vinicius from Benfica.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Tottenham.
Yeah,
sorry, no, because I think Matt Doherty hasn't started well, personally, but Højbjerg brings a bit of still in the team. Bale hasn't started yet, so we don't know what Gareth Bale we're gonna get. Reguilon seems like, boy, he can get got at. As good as he is going forward, I think defensively, for what I saw, what game was that? I think it was against Chelsea. I saw there's some deficiencies, mate. I'm telling you. I knew I said Tottenham sign.
The guy from Benfica.
The guy from Benfica, yeah. I don't think no one really knows about him.
I don't know him. So I can't comment.
Fair enough. Anyway, Luther, I know you need to get off. You got what? Getting up at 4:30, 5 a.m. in the morning. Mad guy. But where can they find you? And what is it that you do? Let them know.
Oh yeah, so just personal trainer. Working at, multiple sites. If you want to get on my Instagram, it's GST Training or GS Training. And it'll be the same on my social handles on Facebook, GST, Gorilla Strength Training Limited, LTD. And then you have my Twitter handle as well, which is GS Training.
Ems, where can they find you? I know because you're going to be ranting a lot this season.
All right, so Instagram is ems.w.doms. And then Twitter is emsdoms.
Your final thoughts on social?
Oh, goodness gracious. We'll be here all day. Let's just say, I think the sooner we sack him, as bad as it sounds, the better.
Nah, keep him, man. Oli at the wheel, man. Oli at the wheel, man. Keep him, man.
But before we leave it here, I'd like to say that run he had with us, if he would have left with that run, he would have so many offers job offers, yeah.
Oh,
But
100%.
because of what's happened now, like I don't think a League One club's taking him. That's my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah, for real. But
yeah, that was his curse.
Guys, thanks for joining me this evening. I mean, it's been your boy Shingy. You know where to find me on Twitter and Instagram. Shingy_LDN on Twitter and Instagram. Follow the channel. YKT is football on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. It takes 2 seconds, so hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it with your family and friends and whoever it may be. And just support the channel, man. And we'll be back again sometime soon. Obviously, it's the international break who no one cares about. So,
yeah.
At all.
Yeah,
but we got Man City, so to be fair, I do hope it kind of runs a little bit longer, man.
It could be a baptism of fire, like a horror show, because they are hungry. They are hungry, fam.
They hungry. Pep, when he loses a game, I know he doesn't sleep, man. I know he doesn't sleep.
Man. Sit down, nobody talk. But yeah, but yeah, you man, safe for joining me though.
Nah, don't watch that, man. Thanks for having us, man. It's a pleasure.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Lovely. Thanks. Easy. Cool.
Flipping, what's his name?